I don't dive, I don't flip, but brother, I know trip.
That's like my best friend in real life. Like, I love Nicholas Aldis to the core. And his interview, I mean, I think the interview with Chris Van was like 2 months ago, but I had just saw it the other day, and it was really good.
Mm.
But we're gonna get started. Jobber Nation, welcome to another episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle Femacia here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc in the flesh, in the building. We missed him last week, but he's here. He's back at it. He was on assignment last week, so we wanted to, make sure the three of us was all here. Before we do get started, we do have
What was
some
I doing?
announcements to make. I don't know, living your life. You was at the school, I think.
Oh
We have
yeah,
stuff to
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. How
We
to
have
rep
stuff
that
to do.
Battle Club.
Yeah,
Speaking
yeah,
of
yeah.
Battle
Stuff to.
Club,
Speaking of Battle Club, one of the first announcements is our first show of 2025 is upon us. We got an official date, Sunday, February the 23rd. Um, in Sunnyside, Queens, New York. We make our debut in Queens. So make sure to come out and support. We have current reigning defending TNA Impact Women's Knockout Champion Masha in the building, along with our Icons Champion Savannah Evans, our franchise champion Yaya the Gifted One, and our 5 Point Steve Pena. So once again, tickets are on sale right now. If you are interested in sponsorship, you can hit me up directly. I will be sending out an official email on Monday, but we welcome this is our opening of 2025. We have a lot of things on the Battle Club side that we are looking to do, and we're really excited to be back in New York City. So make sure to come out for that. It's at a brand new venue at a brewery. So make sure to come out and support local businesses and things of that nature. So shout outs to them for hosting us. Along with, I do want to give a special birthday shout out. Shout outs to happy birthday to Will Hobbs. His birthday was this past 2 days ago. So happy birthday, Will.
powerhouse.
So I know sometimes he jumps in on the live, so I do want to wish him a happy birthday. And know that you was done dirty and they shouldn't have choked you out, but that's neither
Oh
here nor
my
there.
God, I don't want to talk about that.
That was either here or there. But happy birthday. He's been somebody that supported us, and been supporting us. So I do want to show him some love.
Speaking of Will
Um,
Hobbs, what happened to Warlord?
Listen, what happens to a lot of people? We're not gonna get into it. What happened to Scorpion Sky? We're not gonna keep asking
Okay.
questions we don't want answers to really in life. But once again, happy birthday to Will. Wish you all the best in 2025 and more. Another church announcement. All black everything. Shout outs to Brother Greatness for putting on such an amazing show. We will be one of the sponsors. Not only are we sponsoring our own Mrblacc in the building, but we are sponsoring this match. Stan Michael versus Encore. So we're super excited to be sponsoring. Shout out to Stan, the man that's been once again supportive of us. So we wanted to return the favor and make sure that he knows that we got his back. So thank you to Brother Greatness for once again offering this opportunity. But it is going to be next Saturday. So before the Royal Rumble, out in Long Island, I believe. So doors open at 2. Is that 2:30?
Mm-hmm.
And then bell is at what time? 3?
3. Yep. 3.
All right, so make sure to get your tickets now. But once again, shout out to Brother Greatness. We will be
Because of other
doing.
matches.
Oh, we got Karen Bam Bam. Okay, I see her. Brianna, who's that? I've never heard of her. Cook, shout out to her. Oh,
We got
sponsored by
this
Black Girl
match.
Magic. I love that. Okay, we got Jay Bougie in the building. Is that Prince in the corner?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And after how that the dude with the afro, he has a basketball game. This is my first time ever meeting him. Like the dude in the back, his name is Mills. That's my nigga. He actually from the Fallout Shelter.
Okay, so once again, shout out to the Fallout Hunter. So once again, they got a good old gauntlet match going on.
We got
What else
this
they got going
match.
on? They got A Game Joseph Alexander going against Kylon King.
Never met her. This
Um,
dude.
so shout outs to that. I love Desmond Cole. I don't know.
Facts.
Yo, a lot of people
Facts.
need to listen. If you're listening live and in color, go YouTube Desmond Cole. Like his little breakdance bebop gimmick. I fucking love that shit. And I really don't feel like I should, but he said, why everybody got chest here? Cause they real men. Lead them be. But once again, shout outs to Brother Greatness going against Desmond Cole for the Remarkable Wrestling Championship. So
That's
shout outs
my
once again
dog. Oh
to
well,
the
we
but I
got the
love him though.
commentary team.
Oh, shout out to the commentary. Ooh, Alfred in the building. We got Katrina in the building. Is that Wayne? Like Wayne from like Boys to Men?
I don't know. That's my boo, Katrina. That's my boo right there.
No, shout
That's
outs to
my boo.
her. But
That's
it'll
my
be a
boo
really
right
great
there. She's
show.
such
So
a
once again,
sweetheart.
out in Long Island. Once again, right before Royal Rumble next Saturday, February the 1st. If you are going to be in Indianapolis, I meant to send you the flyer, but 2 o'clock. There will be a show in honor of our good friend Terry Davis, who unfortunately had passed away. And that the Indianapolis is his hometown. So if you are in the Indianapolis area right before Royal Rumble and you want some independent wrestling,
Oh
hit
shoot.
me up for more information and I can send you that personally. But anybody else in Indianapolis, you can come hang out with me and Sir Wilkins. Will be in the city, um, attending the Royal Rumble. So I'm super excited about this year's Royal Rumble. Honestly, this Royal Rumble gives me that vibe of when they did WrestleMania in Philly, where it was like all the big stars, and this is gonna be like the biggest WrestleMania. Like this is gonna be the biggest Royal Rumble in a few years. To be honest, you got John Cena, you got CM Punk, you got Drew McIntyre, you got Roman Reigns in his first Royal Rumble in like over 5 years. So it's gonna be a very interesting
Oh
Royal
shoot. He has been
Rumble.
rubbering for that long. I
Yeah,
forgot.
because he's been
Wow.
champion. He was champion for like almost 3, 4 years. So
Big money Roman.
yeah, so it's gonna be a star-studded situation, and then also tomorrow night, Saturday night main event, they got Jay Uso going against Gunther for the world title. You got Nia Jax going against Rhea
Oh
Ripley.
shoot. I forgot to put that. Oh okay.
You got Jacob Fatu going against Braun Strowman. So it's gonna be a very interesting Saturday night main event. But
Yo,
what happened?
you know one dude that I met in person, I was just like, Braun Strowman. I met that man in person. It was just like, ah, dang, son. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know what happened to Braun Strowman. There's nothing against him. He's a great wrestler, great talent, entertaining. But I just feel like, I don't know what's he missing, son. Like, I really don't know what this man is missing. Like, I don't know. You feel me? Like, like I don't know. Ever since like he got back, like I don't know. Like I don't know.
This
Again,
is, I think for me, it's always just been, I feel like the consistency at times. So like they'll really push him and they'll do this and do that, and then something happens and then he's off TV. Like I
I
know
don't
the
know about no
last
piercing
time
nipples. Like I don't know
he
this
was,
man had no piercing nipples. I don't
I'm
know about
hollering.
that.
I know the last time he was off recently was because he had like a really bad case of the flu, and like lost like 10, 15 pounds off that shit. So like he was sick more recently that I know that's why he wasn't on TV. So but hopefully him and Jacob is about to go
No,
crazy.
no. But also too, I feel like Braun Strowman is kind of limited in the ring all of a sudden now. Like when okay, when he got laid off before, okay, this is when he got laid off during the pandemic. He was moving different. Now after he came back from getting hired again, he hasn't moved the same since.
Well, he had think had got surgery and he got like stuff like replaced and stuff. Like he may not be able to move the same because of that. So that could be a reason for that. But and then also too here in New York
He had
tomorrow
never
night
been in. He moves like an
HOG.
old Big Show, which he does.
Yeah, he does. House of Glories show tomorrow night here in Queens, New York. Kurt Angle is doing a open seminar, I believe, early in the
So is
afternoon,
Red. So is Red.
and House of Glory, Amazing Red will be doing an open house earlier in the day. But they got Kurt Angle on the card. They got Mike Santana. They got Kenta. They got good old Ricky Starks in the building. They got Zilla Fatu. So make sure to come out and support the guys over there at House of Glory.
Oh, look. Before we continue, I like to say happy birthday to my son, Big Ron. You know who you are,
Oh,
man.
shout out to Ron. Yeah,
Ron,
Ron.
the biggest supporter.
TSA
Shout
Ron.
out to
That's my
Ron.
guy.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Ron.
birthday,
Happy
King.
birthday, Ron.
He's gonna hear this. He's gonna hear this. Shout out to Dana. You know who you are, Dana. Thanks for all the support. And another shout out. Shout out to all the postal workers out there. Shout out to all the DEI hires out there. Shout out to
Okay.
y'all. Shout out to all of y'all. Some people think that's only applied to black people, but it's for women, military people. The list goes on. But shout out to all of y'all who making it out there. Shout out to the Yo, shout out to niggas who listen to right now on the overnight shift. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate. I salute y'all.
I appreciate
But
everyone that watches on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, wherever you are watching it. We
thank you.
absolutely appreciate all the support you guys have given us. Shout out to MDB999's auntie. Happy birthday, auntie.
Yo, listen. Niggas talk shit about the postal worker, son. The postal man. That man fed a lot of us, B. A lot of us got fed well, B. Well, B. Like every time we watching like certain shows, like Tupac, look like there are a lot of black people been having postal jobs forever, dogs. But
Yeah, like my homegirl's mom, she retired.
mm-hmm,
Tiara's mom, she used to work for
mm-hmm.
USPS. She used to work post
But
office. So
back to the point about I'm trying to make. It's just like I don't know, like he ain't whack. Braun is not whack, far none. But do you think that he need like what do you think Braun Strowman needs to get to the next level, or like what is he missing according to you?
Um, Braun just can't move. That's what it comes down to. Braun can't move,
and I
and
think
that's
he's
because
very limited in that to where it doesn't have to be like a high flyer situation or stuff like that, but like he's limited in the things that he can do. So you can't always plug somebody into things that's not gonna look right. It's just like how like I always go back to playing 2K where they tell you in the beginning like fighters and bruisers go
My
together or
nigga Jay
giants and
Quest,
cruisers go together. So like it's always sometimes the chemistry. It can be sometimes the story
that
to it.
part.
It's just like so it could be it could be a number of things, but
Mm.
I can appreciate them even still making Braun feel
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
big
yeah, yeah,
deal.
hell yeah,
Even
son.
even knowing how limited he is, I still appreciate like them still making opportunities. Like he can be still doing things outside of the ring, like representing the company, like how even like to Omos representing WWE and Japan, like stuff like that. Like you got to utilize somebody in their best talents, and it may not always actually be an in ring situation. So we shall see how him
Yeah,
and Jacob go one
yeah,
on one.
I mean,
I
like
think he's an
honestly,
attraction. I think he's an attraction.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah,
You limit what he does,
hell
and
yeah.
that's basically what it comes down to on that one. I mean,
Um, go ahead.
that's just what it is, man. It just you just limit him on what particularly that he does, and then you just move forward with that shit.
David Lawson in the building.
Oh
Good
yes,
afternoon.
Bronson Reed. You right. You right. As MED Triple Nine said, Bronson Reed is mad as a motherfucker star. Right. Ron Breaker's a star. Braun Strowman, he alright.
Right. Shout
I
out to
mean,
Stephanie Hardy in the
I
building,
mean,
the Hardy Wrestling Podcast. Make
Stephanie
sure to go support,
Hardy,
go follow
Stephanie
her.
Hardy.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, and we're gonna talk about Impact's first live show in 8 years because I watched it. Hey, let me tell y'all know I don't always subscribe to Jeff Hardy, but when that fucking music hit, me and Michael fucking popped so hard. It didn't
Okay,
make no fucking sense. Like I was just like, oh
okay,
shit, Hardy.
okay. Let's talk about this. Jeff Hardy said this, right? I want to see what you guys feel about this.
About him trying to say he would have been bigger than Cena if he wasn't drunk
I
and,
agree.
and
I
shit.
agree. I agree.
I don't
I
know.
agree. Wait,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
know.
wait, wait. Hold up.
But to be fair, I never would like I like Matt more. So like for me, it had hit its plateau for me.
So, all right, I'm not a Jeff Hardy fan, but I remember I saw the the clip of him saying that. Now, once again, I am not a Jeff Hardy fan at all.
At all. I'm so
At
sorry.
all. I don't fuck with Jeff.
Like I can't.
I'm not the guy.
Don't
But
tell Jay
Jeff
that he will
Hardy,
fight you.
but Jeff Hardy, when that boy was hot, Jeff Hardy was a generational talent.
He was like the great white hope low key, but like fucked with niggas. So like all the niggas was like, nah, like we fuck with him. He's the underdog, and that was kind of like how he presented himself.
Yes, but he also fit the era. Now we must look at that era of wrestling at that time, the and society at that time. Like he was, and this is gonna sound crazy. It's gonna sound crazy. He was on that level of Stone Cold. You're against the man, and he was that generation's version of Stone Cold being against the man. Like,
because
because like, listen, like, remember, let's go back to peak Jeff Hardy era. What year was that? What year was that, actually?
I know
Like,
you
I'm
can
gonna
look
look it
that
up,
up
and I'm
because,
gonna
like I
explain you
said,
why I say that.
because
Adrian
anything
said that
between really
It's
everybody
anything
keeps saying that
between.
how
hold on,
that
hold on.
everybody keeps saying that how there's the mid 2000s, late 2000s. So let's look it up.
So it's 2008. What
Yep,
is going on
yep.
in 2008?
Oh, I wasn't even
You
really
have
following
Oh,
him like
weed
that.
culture was
hold on.
high.
You have hip hop is popping at this point.
Yeah,
You have punk rock music like Good Charlotte. You have Blink 182, Linkin Park.
Niggas
These
was
niggas
fresh
is
out of
on
high school.
fire.
and don't forget, Obama just became president.
Obama's president.
What the fuck did it do with Jeff Hardy?
No.
No, we talking about how that
This
what's going on. Like, yeah,
this
like he was
Oh,
on
oh,
the
the
this
brink
back. Oh,
of
okay, because I was
that.
like,
Yeah,
Obama
like,
president.
yo, this is like Gene B mixtape rap era. This is about the era about, yo, I'm in my mid. I mean, this is for people like some people who are just growing up, coming into themselves. And I know so many people who are in their early 20s to mid 20s who Jeff Hardy is the godlike was a godlike to them.
like we know, like I know wrestlers right now that I ref. Say, who's your favorite wrestler? Jeff Hardy. Jeff
Jeff Hardy,
Hardy.
like
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy had what the kids say, aura. Jeff Hardy had the definition of aura.
like,
And listen, once
like
again,
you
I'm
have to
not a Jeff
understand.
Hardy fan.
Like you
I
have to
walked up to
understand.
Matt Hardy. I said, my nigga, you my man for life.
Yo,
Right.
dead ass.
Like you have to understand
Dead
how
ass.
unique Jeff Hardy was. Right. Jeff Hardy was the only person in any WWE SmackDown where he had a T-shirt hanging out from his back, and that shit graphics was realistic. B, it flowed with everything, dogs. His
But
moveset was the fireest moveset ever in SmackDown series. I'm
like
telling you.
Jeff Hardy's aura at that time was just on 100. And the limit was 90, my niggas.
Yeah,
He was 10 steps. He
yeah,
was 10 levels above the aura max. Like, this nigga
yeah.
was Super Saiyan 3. He is, like, I'm going to give you an example of who he was in every sport. Derrick Rose in basketball.
Yes, 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 yes.
He's Kurt Angle. Kurt Warner in football. He, like, that 2 years the Rams was killing, that's
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy's era.
And he came back with the Cardinals, went to the Super Bowl. Like, yo, that is true though. He's everyone like, yo, nobody talk bad about Kirk Warner.
Like,
Nobody talk bad about Kirk
and
Warner.
the reason why I bring up, because somebody said Jeff Hardy's like Allen Iverson.
He
I will take
was.
that.
He
But the
was.
main reason why Jeff Hardy's peak was so epic, because this motherfucker was culture. Jeff Hardy was culture of the times. Now, him getting to Cena level, it would have happened. I don't think it would have been as long,
No.
but he would have surpassed Cena.
Yeah, because his whole
Because y'all
entrance.
hold on. I know you're thinking that face. Jeff Hardy was selling more than Cena.
And
Boy.
how I know it's real, how I know it's real too, because Vince tests you. He put Jeff Hardy and Undertaker in a ladder match. Was it a ladder match? Was it a ladder match?
Yes.
In a ladder match. Random Raw. That's how you know Vince trusts you. That pop when he was climbing up. Go make yourself famous, kid. The whole arena was erupting. The cabin was shaking, B. After that, Jeff Hardy great on the mic. I'm still standing. Everybody thought
So
I was
is
gonna
that
whoop
why
his
Vince trying to
ass.
do these concerts now and show and stuff like that?
Nah, he been doing concerts for a minute. Undertaker came back, lifted his arm. The whole arena erupted. But Jeff couldn't stay clean, dogs. Yo, there's money in Jeff Hardy, son,
No,
but he couldn't
bro.
stay
If
clean.
Jeff Hardy, if this nigga had stayed sober and still had the swag, boy,
And don't forget
boy.
his entrance. He was the
No, no,
first wrestler that
imagine this.
came out with
Imagine a feud of Jeff Hardy versus Cena. The anti establishment guy, Jeff Hardy, and the establishment guy in John Cena.
there's
Imagine
money in
that
there.
feud, my
There's
dudes.
money in there.
That no,
There's
no, no,
money in
no.
there.
That's not just money. That's money trees, my nigga.
That's yeah. Yeah, that's money
That was
trees.
money trees, B. The face paint glowing in the dark.
First wrestler to do that too.
Creepy, creepy.
Like,
He came out the first time of his whole body glow in the dark before Naomi. B. He was the Fisher
bro,
glow.
bro, this nigga used to dance and then he go right into the ring. Just,
He still does.
but you
Come
have
on,
to
son.
understand that aura, Jeff Hardy aura at '08. What were you doing in '08?
I was in college.
College years. For many people, that was their college years. For
I was in
many
college.
people, that was the years that they were trying to get, they were getting into themselves,
Facts.
figure out who they
Facts.
are. And Jeff
Facts.
Hardy showed them the way.
Facts. Facts. Jeff Hardy, son. Jeff Hardy.
If this
I gotta
nigga
give him
wasn't
credit.
doing so much drugs and alcohol, God level. And the thing about it, you also gotta remember, this nigga was doing ill shit in the ring before
Yeah.
ill shit was a regular thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why who Jeff Hardy is.
Yeah.
And to be honest, would he have had a 20-year, what is it, Cena's 20-year?
No.
Cena's peak is
No.
like 10 years. Let's say 10 years. 15.
10 years, yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
say 10 years. No.
No.
No. He wouldn't have done that.
No.
But he would have, if Jeff Hardy stayed sober, he would have the illest 5-year run of any wrestler. Probably second best to Stone Cold. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm leaving it as that.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Like, he's the blueprint for a lot of people's wrestling. A lot of our favorites to this day, they always talk about Jeff Hardy. Like, even at Hog, they love Jeff Hardy. The Hardy Boys coming to Hog. All you see in the audience, all the black people come. People you haven't seen in years come to see the Hardy Boys be Jeff Hardy, son.
Bro,
Even niggas that have that, even niggas that have that know that I like wrestling, they was like, what's going on, nigga, Jeff Hardy? First person they
thank
asked,
you.
Jeff
That's
Hardy.
aura. That's
And
aura, my niggas.
mind you, he touched every type of black people. The hoodest of the hoodest dudes. Yo, my nigga Jeff Hardy, son, that motherfucker was crazy.
Let's
The
move
church
past.
dudes.
Let's move past that. Yo, he fucked with the niggas, the Mexicans, the Asians, the whites, the Indians. Everybody fucked with Jeff.
You know what it is? If people want to understand how popular he was, to all the indie heads, he's Rob Killjoy. If you see Rob in the locker room for black people, oh, Rob is cool. You feel me? That's Rob. You feel me? That's Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy, he didn't try to be like a black person. He vibed to everything. Not one time he tried to rap. Nah, he vibed. He had his own way of music. He did his own
Listen,
thing.
Jagged Edge. This nigga was bopping the nigga had soul. The reason why he has, but the thing about it, people like that are the ones who get caught up. That's the niggas who get, when you that authentic to yourself, you got too many demons, B. You got
My
too
nigga
many
Sean
demons.
said AJ Styles Jeff is the modern day version of modern day blueprint. Yup. And
Yup.
Red. And Red.
Amazing Red. AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Amazing Red. They basically birthed the new niggas that's in wrestling.
Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, RVD, and Stone Cold are the first wrestler black people bring up to you if you don't watch wrestling. That is true. Yo, when I tell people, remember Dominic? Rey Mysterio's son? Yeah! He wrestled. What? Oh my God, he wrestles? Yo, when they see Dominic, they go, oh my God. But Jeff Hardy, they always ask about him, son.
Everybody
Jeff
asks
Hardy?
about Jeff.
They always ask about Jeff Hardy,
listen.
yeah.
This is the last point I'm going to croak. I know Janelle's over this right now.
Yeah, we spent 25 minutes talking about Jeff Hardy. We spent 10 minutes talking about Jeff Hardy.
I don't give a fuck about Jeff.
I want to go back to what you said earlier. You said about Hog. When this nigga Jeff Hardy was just putting on his makeup, my nigga, the face paint, just put on the face paint. When we were at Hog and Jeff Hardy was putting on the face paint, it was like these niggas is looking at a god get ready to be worshipped. Like it was 25 people surrounding Jeff, watching Jeff Hardy put on his face paint. I said, "Oh,
it's nothing. It's nothing dry, baby. It's nothing dry. Just saying.
It's just this is different.
It's 20
This
years.
is different.
Yeah. He's D Rose. He's D Rose.
Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy are the reason why Hog was able to compete with AEW at Hammerstein Ballroom. I said it, my nigga. I said it.
Dang.
ROH, AEW, ROH. To clarify, ROH was at Hammerstein Ballroom the same night. Of House of Glory was at the New York City Arena. And I'm going to say this right now. New York City Arena might have sold as much as ROH. That's how ill this nigga Jeff Hardy is.
No, someone said that Jeff Hardy is Al Iverson. No, because the reason why he's not AI, because Derrick Rose got his like no matter where he goes, he's glorified. Everybody loves Jeff Hardy. I mean, everybody loves Derrick Rose, but his injuries, just like to Jeff Hardy, his drugs.
Yeah, that's the reason. No, that's why I compare the two.
Yeah, me too.
And we're looking and this how it is. But we'll move on. I know Janelle's tired of this. My apologies for.
Well, I will say no. It's not apology. Y'all niggas love him. Talk about it. Like I'm not against him. Like that's just my thing. I just was never a fan, so I don't fully subscribe. But what I will say is he looks very healthy. He looks very happy. He looks good in the ring. Because like I said, I watched Impact this week, and they had a match, and I was just like, well, damn.
The thing about Jeff Hardy is
you feeling good, and that's all you really want for somebody is you just want them to feel good in the space that they really love and to entertain people, and that's where he's at right now. Like, so I can appreciate the struggle, I can appreciate the journey that he's been on, and it has not been an easy one. So I can acknowledge all of that.
I think one of the things is the reason why people love him.
You can.
Is because
they relate to him. That's
no. I don't
when
think
it boils down to somebody like you liking your favorite wrestler or liking someone, you see a piece of yourself in them. You see something in them that you look in the mirror, you're like, oh shit, he knows, he understands. So like I understand people that find that it factor in Jeff Hardy, and it's like, yo, you know what? I fucks with it. I can relate to that. I understand that. I see that. And that's fine.
No, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. It's what you're saying, and it's what I mentioned earlier of like people just, they loved him. It was the era that he was in, the aura, all of that. But I also think the gift and the curse of him not having that longevity that he was supposed to have up top, the fans could never turn on him. Because when somebody's up top for a very long, now let's look at it. We look at some of our favorite wrestlers who have been on top for a very, like The Rock, for instance, Ric Flair. We look at John Cena is the biggest example, Roman Reigns. When people are given pushes and they stay on top for a very long time, the hate starts coming in. Anything that you do, even us, when you start moving up on a success ladder, the hate starts coming with it. So Jeff never became, it's that old Batman line, die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And his career was never lived long enough on top to become the villain. So we only remember that feeling of Jeff Hardy having that 08 run. And and us as human beings, we get so high off nostalgia. Because it was a point in our life that made us feel good. And Jeff Hardy, for many people, made them feel good. And he never got past that. We never grew out of him because he never got big enough for us to grow out of him. for a long
Damn.
period of time. That's my little rant on that one.
Okay. Well, shout out to
Oh,
Jeff Hardy.
it
Still
came out in
moving the
oh
booty.
08 too. Dark Knight.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Oh. Cause yeah, that was such a weird time. Like, cause I being in school, I would watch only wrestling when I got home. So
we all were in a weird. It was a weird era, but
It
it was
was
an
very
era of
weird.
like change. Like we look back, like my brother said, Obama. It was an era of change.
yeah, it was
Like
a
we're
shift.
moving
It was a
past.
shift in everything, whether it was on a political stance, whether it was in professional wrestling. Everything was starting to shift a certain way because the times were changing, and I
Yeah,
think that
because like if you look at it, like my brother said, Obama becomes president. Obama wasn't an atypical politician technically.
nah, my man was
First,
a
he was black.
senator, and went right for the White House.
Yeah.
That is true.
All right. So,
But all right,
but
enough about Jeff Hardy. Jesus Christ, y'all had me
Jeff
saying here like.
Hardy.
But I will say though, when he came out on Impact, I popped. I was like, oh shit. It was the music for me,
So
and I love the fact they could keep it. So I was just like, oh shit.
it's crazy because like we're looking at TNA Impact and the level of what they're starting to ascend even further up.
Mm-hmm.
How, and I think I mentioned this in what are your thoughts on what are your thoughts, Mr. Becker? We talked about it last week, but I want to get a little deeper this week about it. The TNA and the TNA being
WWE.
partnering with WWE.
Honestly, this is what basically is this is what AEW was supposed to do.
Okay, say that louder for those in the back.
And I felt that Tony Khan, instead of going after people who actually likes him, and I thought it makes more sense to bridge the talent more, he just did whatever like he thought was right. And he felt so right. Oh, let me see, like he came as a fan, but not as a person who tried to build bridges. Because if you were smart, he would have the women come over. You feel me? I
Yo, and
felt
that was
that
my big yo. That was
it
my
was stupid.
biggest gripe about that whole fake ass partnership. I said you had even before y'all signed Deanna Peraza, she was champion there. Y'all could have had her there. Y'all could have had Tasha Steeles over there. You could have had
Everything.
Savannah over there. Like it was so many missed opportunities. I feel like that they had dropped the ball on that it was common sense almost.
It was
It didn't
common
make any
sense.
sense why you didn't utilize the talent that was there and vice versa. And all you did was put Kenny on their show.
And the good brothers on Impact, I mean on like on AEW, and they didn't do shit.
And they
And it
ended up what? Re-signing with WWE. So where did that go?
yeah, yeah, like how that you did all of this shit, and after how that you have opportunity to do what you do, but you didn't do it. So now look at Tony Khan, where like, oh, I got RH. Yeah, but you're not doing nothing with it. You feel me? And everybody will always run this excuse where like people have jobs, da 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 da. Yo, listen, we understand that, but at this point, I don't need you to be political right now. I need to call it like it is. We're worried about what's on our screen. And a lot of stuff that happens behind the screen is just like that's something that we can't really, we don't see that. So it was just like it making like WWE is doing everything right, and I just feel like I don't know AEW.
Mm, my man is really struggling to.
Because
So
sometimes I don't know.
He just
so
shaking his head. That's how you know it's
something just
bad
came up.
when he ain't say nothing.
Hold up. All right. This is it's funny you say that. Something just popped up on my feed. TNA attempted to sell to Tony Khan in 2018.
2018. I
Yep,
read that this morning.
They
yep.
also had talks about a year ago with Scott D'Amore about selling, but turned D'Amore offer down.
Correct. That I
Now,
knew. That played a part to why that whole relationship with them and Scott have fell through.
but the thing is, I've been saying this for a while, and I'm gonna say this here: Tony Khan flew too close to the sun. Does
Yeah,
anybody remember that old folklore
yeah,
about a guy who had wings and he kept going
yeah,
higher and
yeah,
higher
yeah,
and
yeah.
he burned the wings burn? And the reason why I say that is because Tony Khan was living it hard. He was enjoying the mere fact that WWE was down. He was enjoying the they were the healthy alternative, quote
Being the
unquote.
Mhm.
alternative.
Mhm.
And I've said it before and I'll say it again here too, is that niggas never really fucked with AEW because they were just tired of WWE and they're waiting for WWE to get their shit together so they can go back.
Mhm.
So they treated so essentially it was like the stepchild.
No, it was a rebound bitch. Because you leave the
Yeah.
rebound bitch right
To
after
go
when your
back to the
old
other
joint
bitch.
comes.
Well, yeah,
When
Yeah.
your
sometimes.
old joint
The
gets her
double
shit
back.
together, you go right back.
Fans did the double back.
The
Yeah.
fans definitely did the double back.
They did the double
Now,
back.
they have their true fans that's still there. And people like me, I
Mhm.
still watch it on almost every week. I'll still go in and watch it. But the majority that was heavy AEW was just tired of WWE shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then this was the same time they were dealing with TNA. And y'all remember those shitty promos that Tony Khan was cutting on TNA,
Yo, the
which
first time
made
when he
no
showed
Yep.
sense.
up, it was like, what are you talking about?
And to go back to what you're saying, Janelle, when you're talking about Kenny Omega was the only person that was really on the show. Now, did it boost their ratings a little bit? Yes,
It
it
did.
did because
It
Yes,
did. It
Kenny
did. It did.
is a
It did. It
draw.
did.
We're
It
not
did. It
he's
did.
a
we're
It
not
did.
draw.
gonna sit here and deny that shit.
Mm-mm.
But the overall healthiness of the ecosystem, it wasn't healthy. There wasn't a quality amount of things being done to improve TNA or work with them closely. Now, am I a fan of this shit? As a wrestling fan, yes. Of WWE partnering with TNA, yes.
Yes.
But on a deeper level, I know what WWE is doing on a business standpoint. They are genuinely trying to take over the world and block anything AEW is trying to do. They don't want AEW to get any more of the wrestling pie. That
And
little
it
slice that AEW has right now, WWE said, nah, nigga, you ain't eating any more after this.
and the thing about Tony
The
Khan is
rest of this
just
pie is
like
ours.
you're going against a Tony Khan, give and take. He's a state. WWE is a government. That's it. So no matter what you do, you may cry to Congress, stuff like that. They're gonna help you. They look at you like, oh, we don't care about this because you still have some piece of the audience. You feel me? So I don't like honestly how I'm looking at it wrestling right now. I kind of feel bad for like the performers is there because you signed up for one thing, you think it's gonna be this, but then now, yo, you're here, and I feel bad because you're wasting a lot of good people years. And when it comes to wrestling, you cannot get those years back. You
Right?
feel
Or
me?
you have to. My biggest thing at times with AEW is that people will have like a really hot streak or have something going, and then it just drops at a drop of a hat, and then it becomes cold. And then you're like, well, what happened to this? Or what happened to that? And then they don't
Hmm.
pick that shit up either for another year and a half, and then it'd be like something that either commentary fails to mention or they didn't even give like something a video package or a video clip of like, oh, this is what happened and this is why this is happening. So sometimes you trying to figure out what's going on your own, and then you be like, I don't want to do that, like I shouldn't have to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so that's why like this partnership with TNA and WWE is it's really really dope, because it actually it puts a bigger spotlight on TNA, and I think it'll also push TNA to be bigger
Cause you're
and
not a
better than what
wrestler.
they have been doing. And like for instance, like I had read the other day that a part of the partnership is that TNA will be able to now shoot live, because that was the whole thing. Me and Michael had watched TNA last night, and he was like, "Yo, I didn't even know this shit wasn't live." Like he didn't had no idea that they had taped shows
Yeah,
so far in advance.
yeah, yeah.
So this was the first time they were live in 8 years. Like that's crazy in wrestling because you don't think of those things. But because of how things have been managed and they haven't been able to have like a real hardcore network supporting them, they haven't been live in 8 years. So now with the partnership with WWE, they have the opportunity to now not only do live shows, but word on the street is that they're gonna start recording at Full Sail.
Well, but
And
because
and that's huge.
listen, listen. Let's keep it a buck. Let's put it back to the dating world on this situation. You ever date somebody And shit is good. They cool, but they don't appreciate you.
Yeah.
They fuck with you, but they don't appreciate you. And then you meet somebody on the first 2 dates. They showing you love. They uplifting you. They might be love bombing you, but you loving it. And then you go back to their crib. You go, oh shit, this nigga is living large. Oh, is this marble on the floor? And it's heated? Oh, oh, that's what's going on with TNA.
Yeah.
TNA went on a date with WWE, went
These
to the
niggas glow
Rumble.
up. These niggas glow
They
up
went to
and
the
serious.
Rumble. They went to the Rumble with them.
They went to the Rumble last year and was like, oh, this is how this feels?
Oh, this is how
Okay.
it's good because I was dating AEW.
And I wasn't
And,
getting that love.
and they didn't even put me on their Instagram.
True.
They didn't even call me back. They didn't let me know.
Or barely put any of our talent that's known on their TV.
They didn't even call me to let me know to say to ask if I got home safe.
That's true,
the
though.
worst, you know.
So they go to WWE, and TNA was probably fiending for AEW to work with them.
Yeah.
Like, yo, come on, and then going back to dating, like, yo, let's be in a relationship. And they keep saying, nah, you good. Not understanding the value that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So WWE comes out of nowhere, like, I'm gonna treat you better. Just like the song goes. Holding TNA's hand out in the streets, people seeing it.
Nigga said
letting them know they
said
good.
that
They
WWE
good.
played. This nigga said WWE played the R&B playlist song for TNA.
They got in the car. They said, you feel that? You feel that? That's heated leather,
That's
Ma.
crazy. That first of all,
That's heated leather.
Those 2 lines that you just said is crazy work right now. I just want to let you know
And
that.
all you hear is the Cash App notification. That's you, Ma. That's you.
Say,
That's
you know what?
Niggas
You
is
work
treating
really
them
hard.
well, and then now, nigga will be like, so what's up? Like, cause you know what? Niggas don't want you until you with somebody.
I'm
Next thing
pretty sure. The AEW hit up TNA like, yo, what you doing?
Yeah, like,
Yo,
what's
what's
up?
up?
What's up?
And then they blocked
I'm
them.
good. Yo,
They
they probably didn't
blocked
even
them. No,
respond. They probably didn't even respond.
you know what? You right, Janelle. They read it and left no response.
Yo, they didn't respond. Like, they
Yep.
was just like, oh, now you notice me? Because everybody done experienced that shit.
Same
Like,
number,
oh,
same
now
phone.
you
Who
see
this?
I'm popping and I'm this and I'm that, and now you want to come play with me? Nah, nigga, you sit right there and watch.
Because what you just mentioned is, oh, WWE has a bigger budget, deeper pockets in general. So instead of us not being live and having to bounce around all over the place, you gonna give me Full Sail?
Yo, you gonna give me a home?
You
gonna build
letting
me a
me move
home?
in? You letting me move in?
Like,
You
yo,
got a
our
gym?
talent doesn't have to fly. Like, people can just drive to the location.
Dang.
You
It's the
letting me
blind
move in,
side
and
for
you gonna
them.
treat me nice?
Yo, when I read
You
that
gave me
they
a
were
bed?
giving that Full Sail was on the table, I said,
They
oh
gave him a
shit.
bed. They gave him a bed and everything.
They gave
Treat
them
them
a
good.
house. They said,
They gave
yo,
him
we'll
a
build
house,
you a
B.
house.
Mind you. WWE did something simple. Yo, so many times to go to a Royal Rumble. Simple shit. AEW could have like some of the TNA talent into the
These
MJF
stupid ass
ring.
gauntlets that they
Yeah,
do.
stupid ass gone that one time, son. I want to see a Hammerstein versus Will Hobbs. You feel me, son? I want to see that show on AEW. I want to see the Machine Brian
Yo,
Cage.
when Alex Hammerstone showed up on fucking NXT, and I said, "What the fuck is this?"
Who you for? Omi Femi?
Tony D.
Tony Diaz, son. Really, son? You
And
do
I
all
said,
this for
"What the
TNA.
fuck?"
All this for TNA. All of this for TNA. And this started back with, with Vince. Hey, you know what? I apologize. Mickey James. You know what? Come to the Royal Rumble. I treat you
Yo,
better. My
I didn't
bad. I'm
even. Speaking
sorry.
of her, because
That's a
I
good
told you
point.
I
That's a
had
good
watched.
point. That's a good point.
A super side note, because I told you I had watched the Nick Aldis interview with Chris Van Vliet the other day. Yo, and I totally did not think or realize that Mickey James is not in the Hall of Fame yet. Like, I was just like, whoa.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
That's crazy.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah, like that ass.
wait. Are you sure we didn't like
It came
switch
from her
timelines?
husband's mouth.
That's crazy.
You know what?
That's
I'm
crazy work.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So
You
he
are
had
right.
asked her. So Chris Van Vliet had basically asked him, like, "Yo, so what's the hold? Like, what's the hold up?" And he's
I
just like,
forgot. I forgot.
you
She's
know.
in the TNA Hall of Fame.
So when he was like, when she's ready whenever they're ready and type of stuff. And I think that soon come because she ended up being on TV the other day
Hmm.
on WWE TV. So I like stuff could be cooking,
Yeah. Like,
but
like for example, AJ Styles back in TNA. Come on, dogs. Come on. Like this on entrance one time. That's it.
that's
That's
it. Ooh,
it.
that shit would be
That's it.
crazy. But that's
That
why it was
listen,
so. That's why it was so dope
I agree.
to watch Impact. Yes, to watch TNA Impact yesterday because I was just like, yo, they're live. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what happens. And it just was. Like we enjoyed ourselves. Like we was just like, oh shit.
it's a good product, and it feels fresh, and it feels like alive right now because of the possibilities. You know
But
what
it
I mean?
also connects. It and that's what a partnership is supposed to do. Is you're supposed to both benefit and be able to get the viewership on both sides. Because if you had watched NXT and saw Masha on NXT front row, and then 2 days later saw Cora ass come back on TNA TV to do the same calling that Masha's been doing on Impact. That shout outs to commentary because I was like, I ain't never watched episodes, so I don't know what the fuck going on. But when commentary had said, like, nah, this is something Masha has done before with her opponents, I was just like, this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to make me want to watch Thursday and Tuesday all at once.
Yeah, but
That is true.
it's that's the whole point of, like you said, the partnership, and that's what I'm saying. Like WWE came in, bagged
They
them up, and
wooed
said,
them.
"Yo,
They took them to the most expensive restaurant and said, yo, this
I'm
is how
pretty."
this goes.
It wasn't even that. They
They took
just
them to
treated
Waffle
them
House.
right.
They took them to
Yeah.
Waffle
They just
House. I said,
they
listen,
took them to Waffle House, made them smile, put them in that nice car
they
with the
made them
heated leather
giggle. They
seats.
made them giggle.
No, no,
They
no, no,
made
no,
them
no, no.
giggle.
Not even a giggle.
Oh
Not even a
my god!
giggle. No, no,
That
no, no,
yeah,
no,
the
no, 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 no,
giggle.
no, 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 no. You know when you got the girl. You know when you got the girl.
When do y'all
When
so when do you know you got the girl?
oh, simple. When she put her hand on her chest and laughed her head back, I got her. I got her. I got her. I
So
got her.
you mean to tell me, wait, so you mean
Nigga
to
said
tell
she
me
belly
that
laughed.
your girl, so when you and your girl was first dating and you made her laugh, Mariah did one of these?
Yeah, got her. I got her. I met her mother first time. Got her too. The auntie got her too. The sister got him.
The
So I was like,
same, like,
got him.
I'm grabbing myself and be
That's
like,
it. That's it. Got him. This nigga's funny.
Nigga,
That's it.
nigga,
Got him.
nigga making
Got
these
him.
women laugh
Got
like middle-aged
got
women.
you.
yeah, like, it
Like,
seems so, like, forced, but not forced at the same time. I'm like,
Yo, listen, I
but,
got you. I got you. That's it. The moment I make you laugh like that, I got you.
all right, so wait, Wilkins, how do you know when you got the girl?
oh, when they sit closer to me, when they sit closer.
What?
wait,
I
wait,
never, never
wait.
heard that one before.
They sit closer to
I
you?
never heard that one before. That's a new
Listen,
one.
listen, listen, listen,
I'm
listen, listen.
listening. I'm listening.
So I'm very casual,
We
especially on the first date, second date, right?
You have to be. You
But
have to be.
but I be trying to find out about their lives because I be wanting to know because I'm just nosy. I'll
I'm
be
glad you're
like,
honest because I'm sitting here like,
so they be like,
nigga.
I be trying to find out what they do, and then women, because I'll give them enough space because this is the testing that I'm doing. If they start feeling you, they slowly start moving over, or they start extending their legs to touch your leg,
That is true. That is true. That is true.
and
That is
then
true.
Oh,
it
so that's why so remember when that picture of my legs on Michael and I didn't really think nothing of it?
Oh,
That's why that was a big deal?
yes.
yes,
Wow.
yes, and then
Learn
when I
something
saw
every
that, I
day.
was like, got him,
Yeah, yeah. My
got
nigga
him.
Short said, "Yo, when she have the long voice calls with you, voice calls
Oh my
facts,
God.
facts.
Who's doing
When
that?
she fall asleep with you on Facetime, ooh wee, that's it. Or when I know I got
Nigga,
her,
we too old for that. I'm gonna say good night.
when I know I got her, she look like, hey man, I'm free this weekend. You want to come over? I got you. Even then, I
because
don't try to do
because
nothing.
they're never too busy.
I thought that
There's
shit
Well,
was
at the
never
end of the
bullshit.
day, we all know niggas make time for what they want to make time for.
Exactly.
no. I don't. I'm busy. I will
No,
tell you
nigga,
no.
you make time for what you want to make time
Yeah, you
for,
do. You do. You
No.
and
do.
that's your
And
problem.
then when you hit them with this, if they start responding super fast, oh, you
Yo,
done.
on God, I'm not either.
Yeah, someone said they had on God my phones.
Yeah, on
Then like
God, I'm not either. Like we too
you make
grown.
no
Like
real
nigga,
connections. Then you don't make
let
real
me.
connections. Then that's it.
Good
You ain't a
night.
hard worker. You
Like
ain't a hard
if
worker.
you feel the nod
Nah,
happening, you feel
nah,
like the
nah,
head
nah,
sprung
nah,
is
nah,
about to go
nah, nah,
down.
nah, 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 nah,
Nigga, just
nah,
say, yo, call me in the morning.
Nah,
nah,
I
nah,
don't
nah,
do
nah,
that
nah.
anymore. It's just I got too much on my plate. I can't be falling asleep, son. I got things to
Nigga,
do.
you fall asleep just sitting in a corner.
Shut up.
No, 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 no.
I'm
Now you
like,
see, not me,
Arisha, we
not me. I
talking?
be on FaceTime. I fall asleep on you, but that don't happen often because I work. I wake up very early in the morning just to go to work. So like, no, but still, the first I fall asleep on FaceTime with you, like now the new thing, they send you voice messages. Oh man.
That's, you know what's funny? That's what me and Michael, when we first started talking, we always sent voice notes on Facebook Messenger. Like we had talked a good month
Mhm.
on Facebook Messenger, no bullshit, no number exchange, no nothing, no phone call, no nothing, just voice notes. Like he would voice note me, good morning, blah blah blah. It wasn't until
This
maybe like
R&B nigga.
yo
Morning, baby.
I
How you
always
Morning.
used to I
feeling?
wish he was on the live because I always used to say, yo, don't use that WBLS voice on me because that shit is not gonna work. It's not gonna work on these parts, baby.
But it
Mm-mm.
Good
works.
morning,
But it
baby.
works.
How you feeling?
But it works,
Well,
you
well,
know.
when he wrote when he made a song for me, then that's how you know. That's how you know it's real. When niggas make
Rise,
music about you,
Grand
because
Rising
you
Queen.
already know.
Grand Rising Queen.
You
Cause
took your
I
sea
hate
moss
that
this
shit. Don't
morning,
do
boo.
that. Don't do that.
You
That
know
Grand
what?
Rising shit ain't for me.
Did I tell y'all this one time I was at a Foot Locker. I was buying a pair of sneakers. I go into Foot Locker and the girl that was selling me the sneakers, she wasn't trying to flirt with me. I don't think she was trying to flirt, but she was trying to be extra nice. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
She was trying
yeah.
to
give that.
sell you something, my
Yeah,
nigga.
basically like doing customer service. I already knew what I wanted. I was like, oh, I need this Adidas size 11. And she kept trying to like talk to me. I was like, why are you talking to me? Give me my sneakers. But I didn't say that. But that was my whole mentality. I was like, yo,
She thought it.
okay. She was like, you good, King? I was like, why are you calling me King, bitch?
What
What's
the
wrong
fuck?
with that?
No, I'm not saying
No,
no. I don't know you.
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
don't
whoa,
know
whoa, whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa. You see, that's your guy's problem. No matter what, because like in a black person, I see a black woman, I want to uplift her. Peace, Queen. How you doing today,
But
Queen?
that don't
To
work for
uplift you.
everybody. That
I
don't
don't
even
work for
for
I don't
some
Whoa,
work
people.
for
It
whoa,
don't
me.
work for
whoa, whoa,
everybody.
whoa, whoa. This is how I see it. I'm not you. This is me. If
Correct.
that's it. If you want to get offended because I give you like a very high ranking name, that's on you. You feel me?
No,
Because
well
I
the
see
thing is,
But that's
myself
not.
on a high level.
But in not knowing, like, let's say a person had already experienced somebody that's like that and broke their heart. You think they want the next nigga to say the same thing they ex nigga done said and did?
well for me personally,
You don't know. That's the
it's
thing.
not. If you're saying it, because I'm pretty sure she said it to everybody, it doesn't mean anything. You're just saying something just to say something. And I know she was being nice, but it was just like, yo, mom, give me my sneakers.
So wait. You see, that's weird. It's an issue when they're not nice to you, or she might be disrespectful and rude. But when she's nice, she's too nice. That's the issue, nigga. You have a you problem, my nigga. That's
Well, you
you,
gotta find
son.
a happy medium. Like somebody
If
that's
she just said, hey, hello, how are you? Good. Here's your sneakers. I move on.
he had a
I
he
don't.
had a he had a task. He wasn't there for the small talk, and that's really what his.
And then she
But
You're
and
right.
so
It
then she's
was
like,
small
what?
so,
talk.
and then she started going, where you from, King? Or what brings?
That would have blew me.
Yo, you upset when people don't give you attention. When they do, they give you attention. Nigga, don't have muscles
But it
there,
got to be
nigga.
the right
Don't go
setting.
look at
Like
that,
I'm here
nigga.
to make a purchase.
No,
Like I'm not here to
wait.
kiki.
Hold on. This man is HBO sexy, having issues when girls flirt with him. What?
She was not flirting with me.
It doesn't matter though. She's being nice. And like I appreciate it. Give her a smile back. This is gonna be an HBO sexy have an issue. What's wrong with you? Niggas
No,
out here? No. I'm
I
not done.
understand
I'm
you,
not
Wilkins.
done.
Don't worry.
I'm not done. You want to be an HBO sexy out here? I'm Comedy Central sexy, B. You feel me though? I can't make it on HBO or like that because of my look. But I can make it on UPN 9. I can make it on Comedy Central, but you HBO sex with the muscle and stuff like that. And it's an issue. I don't understand you, kid. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't call you that, right?
But
This
now you
nigga,
know
son.
that's not for everybody. I will say that because I know personally I don't like it, and I'm just like That's just what it is. So I never experienced that. So but I already know off rip. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I'm good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So listen. I
But all right,
appreciate the love, but go
we
ahead.
talked about Impact.
Yeah, yeah.
So so this week Impact, if you did not watch, so I have Access TV, so it's on that channel. So this week they had the main event once again. If you are in under a rock, Joe
Wait,
Hendry
wait,
is the
wait, hold
what?
on. He said more chestnut arms getting mad because late. I like his mustache Foot Locker. That is
That's not
true.
what it is, but
Morris
okay.
chestnut, Morris,
But
Morris chest arms.
chest
I'm
arms. That's
with.
crazy work. That's
I got
crazy
you.
work.
Morris chest arms.
Like,
I think that he meant it that way. But extra funny, he meant to say chest more. He's like, fuck it, chest arms.
nah,
That
that
shit's
nigga meant to
hilarious.
say chest arms,
I
like
think so
straight
I
too.
up.
think it meant to say chest
I
arm.
think
Go
He
so
ahead.
meant
too.
he
I
Keep it
meant
think that's
that.
adding.
cool. But yeah, go ahead though. Go ahead though.
So Joe Hendry did defeat Ziggs at Genesis last weekend. So he is the new TNA Impact World Champion finally. Was a very long time coming. So he opened the show, and Santino, who you know is the GM of Impact, he had announced that the main event he
Shout
would
out
be
to him.
defending the title on the first live in 8 years against Matt Cardona. So that was really dope.
Yo, shout out to
So
Matt Cardona
so
being the ultimate free agent.
they had main event Impact last night. You also had so that whole situation with PCO quitting
They fixed it.
Impact
They
and
fixed it.
destroying the belt. Oddly enough, and I liked how they spent it because it was really good. So Stephanie, who used to be with Matt Cardona, she ended up in like a storyline getting married to PCO.
I remember. Yeah.
That shit was
So
weird.
but it was funny. So she had came. So what ended up happening? They had been building up this whole like 23, like like how when
Yeah,
Chris
yeah,
Jericho
yeah, yeah.
debuted, they've been doing like periodically like 23 like things like it would be like the number 23 popping up. So that was counting down to the actual date, January 23rd, which was yesterday. So Stephanie came back, and she came back with the belt saying like, I got the belt in the divorce. So they played it off very well. To then having Mance Warner debut on Impact last night attacking
Oh, for
Sammy Callahan.
MLW.
Yes, which is her real life boyfriend. So that works crazy. Yeah, real life. They together. So that was dope. You had I think it was a 6-woman tag match. And then Cora came out and interrupted it and distracted Masha. So they building up to
Mm,
her and Masha having a match. And then
mm.
they ended up defending the NXT tag team titles. So Axiom and Nathan Frazier had went against the Rascals, which I totally forgot they were old. That title shot on NXT, but Wes Lee had attacked the other light bright nigga in the group, so they never had that match. So they had the match on Impact last night. And again, Wesley interrupted. And you know what, Luke Tank Tank, I never really was too much of like in ring is great, but like him on the mic has been struggling in the beginning.
Mhm.
But baby, he got them 2 other black niggas with him now from NXT, and I was just like, this little stable thing that y'all got going on here. I'm intrigued. But then to rewind on NXT, Trick Williams slapping the dog shit out of Wesley.
Oh yeah, yeah, in the
I
locker room.
said,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what the fuck? So they're building that up. So like it's interesting how they're picking and choosing what stories to like present on both shows. So it's gonna be a very interesting, build up because NXT has I think they had the pay per view coming up in February in DC, and then they just announced that Rebellion for Impact is gonna be at the end of April.
Where at?
So they're building in LA. So and then also just so that everyone does know, Slammiversary will be here in New York in July. So that'll be really dope. Yeah, out in Long Island at the what that UBS Arena.
I might go to that.
Yeah, nah, they may have to get my money on that one because
Mm.
I don't think I've ever been to a pay per view for TNA, so they
I've
make
been
it
to
that.
WWE. And you know what? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. Yeah, yeah, I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
go.
so Impact's been they've been doing that. So last night episode was really good. Like we enjoyed it. So I guess we're playing backwards. We're rewinding. So this week on Dynamite, we got new tag team champions. What are your thoughts on the new tag team champions?
I mean,
I'm not surprised.
Not surprised. Okay. So yes, the Hurt Syndicate is the new AEW tag team champions.
honestly, it's not dumb, but it's just like,
What is it?
listen, when it comes to me saying anything bad about these guys, I don't need none of these niggas catch attitude. I don't need this shit, so I'm keeping it real basic as it is. It's just that it's not y'all, but everything around y'all is not hitting for me. You feel me? Like, yo, I don't watch AEW for them because they're not bad wrestlers, but I'm more interested in Ricochet and Swerve. I'm more interested in that storyline. You feel me? Because there's more substance to it. The Hurt Business is just like you said, it's a bunch of uncles who's still in shape. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We hurt people. All right, cool. Y'all bunch of gym bros. You feel me? Like y'all don't give me why should I tune in for y'all? It doesn't give me that. What? Because you got muscles. Like basically on just like nostalgia, the company's not gonna just good job presenting y'all. Why y'all niggas not doing like muscle competition, doing more stuff with like advertise the Hurt Syndicate? Y'all don't do nothing much shit online either. You feel me? That's why I feel like the Hurt Syndicate feels like a throwback. Like it feels like early. It feels like a mid 2000 ruthless aggression group. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. But it's just like your company's not doing a good job, make you feel like big deals.
Well, that was
That's
kind of
it.
all when the low key prime was that all in that same time period. But no, my biggest thing, and I told y'all this, and I'll just once again keep it short and sweet, cause yeah, um, as
Oh,
a
they
as
asked
a
that. How you feel about Tessa? Her promo after the racist chants.
we've talked about Tessa before. Yo, did you see the picture of her and old
Moose.
girl?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Listen, she's embracing the heat. I can't be mad about that. And it's not to once again, it's not to exclude what she said previously, but if people have that felt wrong, have been right on the back end, and they've had conversations, like who are we to
Mm-hmm.
say anything about that part of it? Like if she's worked on herself as an individual, that's all you can
Thank
really
you.
ask of somebody.
Thank you.
I did pop when I saw Tully Blanchard in the crowd with her, because she is her. I didn't even know, because a part of the promo that she said was her grandfather started a promotion in San Antonio, Texas,
I didn't know
and
that.
had right and had built independent wrestling down in San Antonio and stuff like that. So I mean, listen, whatever they decide to do with sis, by all means, do what you do, but it is what it is. But back to Hurt Business real quick, or Hurt Syndicate. My biggest thing was Private Party, and this is more, I guess, because we've seen them grown on the indies and having the opportunity to be at AEW from the beginning, to then now 5 years later getting the opportunity for the tag title shot and actually winning them from the
Mm,
Young Bucks. I just feel like they deserved a little bit of a longer run. They deserved a little bit more of establishment. Um, they just, I feel like, deserved more
I
than what
agree.
they got.
I agree.
I don't think it was necessarily, the right decision
Me too. I agree.
to put the belts on the guys from the Hurt Business, just because, like, you want to be able to, like, even had they lost, you still wanted to make them look good, and they didn't.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah,
that
yeah.
was my
Like,
biggest thing. It
ooh,
was just like, I get it, you hurt people, that's all y'all say, that's all y'all do, I get it, that's fine. But you also want to be able to put them over in a way. But I just, there was always a lack of, like, really investing in Private Party, even from when they won the tag belts. So it was kind of like doomed from the start, in a sense. And I don't really want to say like they only got the belts because the Young Bucks were taking time off, but that's how with now the Hurt Syndicate having the belts, that's how that looks. It just looked like they were just transitional champions when they've
I didn't
been
like that.
a tag team in AEW for the past 5 years and
I
didn't
didn't like
deserve
them.
that.
I feel like how that Tony Khan like niggas want shit on Vince, but I have to say that Vince looked out for people. You feel me? Even like long after in the company, like there may be a few times like, why isn't he getting a push for? He's being loyal, showing to work every single day with the private party. I didn't feel like there was ever a big deal. Like again, like I never saw Tony Khan putting his vision out there, how he wants wrestling to be in his for his vision. Why am I bringing that up? Countless videos I see Vince McMahon, yo, this is what I want you to do like this. You feel me? This nigga took a fall showing like what's that dude's name? Rob how to take a fall from a high place because Rob didn't want to do it. And Vince looking at him like this cornball ass nigga. And then look, Vince is doing it. Triple H, you see videos, Penta, you go right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cameraman, raise up right here. This, that, thing. And you see it duplicate on television. Jacob, you look around like this. Weston, you do like this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's showing on screen. Now, one time I see Tony Khan showing people what his vision wants for wrestling. That's why I feel like how that Tony Khan is a joke. You feel me? That's the difference. This is why that WCW didn't last the way it did. This is why to this day people still talk about ECW because what Paul Heyman did. He went out there and showed people what he wanted. You feel me? And I feel like this is how like a lot of people are right now is they didn't go through the struggle. They didn't go through like all the certain things. They got money, they became in power, and then they try to tell people what to do, but you never been poor before. You never been a showman before. So how can you tell me anything? So I think that's the ultimate problem is he know how to verbalize what he wanted to say, but certain times you gotta show people what you want. So this is why I feel like it's so disorganized. When I watch the Moxley crew, it doesn't feel organized.
Oh my god.
Some people say this. I got tired at this shit. They put in a group. Oh, it just shows you that hey, you don't have patience for the NWO. I'm looking like, shut the fuck up. Look at
That's
the
apples and
bloodline.
oranges.
You feel me? No, 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 no. Look at the bloodline. Look at Judgment Day. Look at all these other groups in wrestling that people still to this day still talk about, still follow to this day. But the problem is, Tony Khan, nobody understands your vision. It's so all over the place. What's your vision? When I watch WWE, what do I watch? Certain things I look for in WWE. TNA. TNA is gonna be TNA. TNA does stupid shit. It works sometimes, sometimes it don't. This was the first company that who gave Bobby Lashley a chance to be Triple Crown champion. That's the first company I ever seen in my life where one man held all the belts. TNA, that's TNA identity. They're not afraid to do what they do just for the audience. They're gonna look stupid, but they're gonna come right back and do something else like, damn, that was impressive. AEW, what's your identity? You got Kenny, you got all these niggas, but yet they I feel like I'm gonna leave it off like this. Young Bucks and them talk shit about W so much, but out of everybody who's ahead, Kenny and rest of them, they need guidance. They need somebody to tell them no. People like that, when you give them power, they're like the government. They don't know what to do with it. They're them doing stupid decisions that only benefits them and no one else.
Listen, the nigga paid him the bag. He said, I gotta get the return on the bag.
The system is better than Death Riders. You're
And
right.
that's a long shot in itself. So saying that is crazy.
They gave him the bag. It's an investment. They're gonna pay him. They are bigger stars, quote unquote, than Private Party. Even though Private Party deserves better than what they got instead of being a transitional champions.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you could have picked them funny with them front runners, them two white dudes that the crowd was going crazy about. Y'all could have had them be transitional champions because that pop, had they beat the Young Bucks, probably would have been even bigger. And even if they were going to be transitional, I think they still would have been able to for it to be that and for it to make sense for them because they still young. So having like a hurt business situation get the titles for them would have been like just more because they have that lack of
Thank you.
experience. So like it just was it could have been the right play, it just was the wrong players involved. And that was just my
Yeah,
thing. Cause now you look at it like, well shit, who gonna take the belts off these niggas? Who gonna do that?
Yeah.
You're 100% right.
So it backs you in a corner that you didn't have to back yourself into that corner for. Especially for when you had talent that's been there from the beginning and that had everybody behind them. And it was crazy because when they came out to some new music, and I was just like, oh, what the fuck is this? And then halfway when they got to the ring, then the old music started playing, and I was just like, okay, somebody just don't want them to have this moment, so I'm just gonna
Yo,
it's
oh
gonna
my
be what it's gonna
gosh,
be
and this
at this
is what
point.
I be talking about.
What you said?
No. I'm agreeing with y'all. I was like, I'm agreeing with y'all.
Oh,
Yo,
okay. I'm
this
like,
is
this
this is
nigga
what I
said,
be
the
talking
nigga
about.
talked and everything. I was like, what?
Yeah, because again, why go to hog who don't have how much of a budget you have, but probably feel like a bigger deal? And not because it's the home promotion, it's how they treat them. The pops, everything like the music on point, let them do what they have to do. Like, really? Every time that I see anyone going from AEW go over there, Swerve, he feels like the energy is different in there. They like what's his name put the extra effort into his talent. Tony, what are you doing? You feel me? Shout out to Joe Kim. He won a vision. He's out there showing the students this is what you do, this, that, third. Shout out to like I say, run by Darius Lockhart. Yo, showing people what he wants, showing people the vision.
I mean, that's
Look,
just what it really boils down to is just they not being produced there, and that's old, and that is very clear. And if that's how they want to run it, then that's how they running it. But that's the biggest difference between those two examples you said. And with them, is they're being produced. They're telling you, even from when you mentioned like the Triple H telling Jacob, like, this is where this is where you should stand. This is how I want you to stand. This is what I want you to do. It's okay to give direction because you're once again putting on a TV show. You're putting on a show, and you can't even know it's like, yeah, you're an independent contractor, but like you can't always go in business for yourself all the time.
thank you. Just like with me with refing. Yo, there's gonna be times. Hey, how you want me to stand? Where's the hard cam? It's right here. Make sure you don't do certain things. Make sure you don't do that
Yeah.
to get the best viewer. That's for people who's watching out there, but people in the ring. Hey, when I'm refing, look, one, two, two, showing the whole world. Hey, why am I doing that for? So people understand in the back of here, you're like, all right, cool. They're on 2 count. Let me see what's going on, the little stuff to bring your attention to the screen. And again, I feel like AEW, they feel like independent, they feel like independent wrestlers. They
We've
don't
been
feel like
Well, that's because but that's the type of time they've been on since the beginning. So, I mean, it's not something we should be surprised about, but it's just like when you have the opportunity to really build your homegrown talent in that sense and you drop the ball on that, it's just like, and that's not the first time you done did that shit. So that's really where it's like, well, what do you just want to put the belts on all ex WWE guys? Like what is like what are we really doing here? And how are we really building the people that has been here and that has committed themselves and been dedicated to the company from the beginning? Like that, like if I was like, they may not take it as that, but that came
bars.
off as a big f. Fuck you, fuck y'all, fuck
Yeah,
y'all.
like yo, you need certain people that who understands it at a different level. Yo, without Mike, I mean, yo, who's Mike without Phil Jackson? Who's Kobe without Phil Jackson? You feel me? You feel me? Who are these people out these coaches that tied to them? You feel me? And
It's
before that,
true.
like
That's why
like
you had when Shawn Michaels had won that belt with against Brett. He had his trainer with him.
you feel me?
He had the Spanish nigga with him. Hard body.
Thank you. Thank you. You need people to produce you. Like, yo, you're not above producing. You're not above this shit. Oh my gosh, I've been wrestling for all this long. Young boys, I don't give a fuck. You still need to be produced. Because if it was produced, hey, you want to do certain moves over and over and over again. Who would have sell? How the fuck Penta
Don't get me
sold
started.
the most ever in his life in WWE? For someone to produce his
That's
ass.
crazy.
Yo,
Like,
but
I'm
let's talk
talking.
about how even down to the entrance. Like the debut, he had the fire. This week, that nigga had pyro and it was spinning, and I said, "What the fuck are we doing?" But it was spinning in like the same logo as he has on his merch, and I was just like, "Yo, they made him a bigger deal in 2 weeks than AEW ever did in the 4 or 5 years that nigga
I'll
was
give you an
there."
example. Right? There was a fight at the beginning of the show where it was Kenny, Will Ospreay versus
Oh,
his
when they had that big full like
right.
fight thing in
Cool,
the
cool, cool,
beginning.
cool. They was fighting, right? And I looked at the merch table. Why I don't see no mask? Why I don't see Darby Allin merch? I see basic shit out there. I'm looking like this is why none of y'all niggas feel like a star. There should be mad mass of all your luchadors right there. You literally have a farming system of the purest luchadors. You have the purest coke, the purest cocaine, the purest. But you're over here fucking around stopping on and selling it to us like this. The fuck is wrong with you?
Well,
Hilarious.
they don't look at it like that.
They don't. They don't see the value in it, and that be the unfortunate part. Which is why a lot of them probably still do run indies and stuff. Listen, Lex just came with that Heritage Cup and that story of how I'm not trying to be my daddy, but I keep doing shit that's like my daddy, and it be
Thank you,
hilarious.
son. Cocaine the purest, son.
I
Yo,
can't
and I'm
deal with
looking,
none
yo,
of y'all niggas.
like how that really. And my thing is this: why don't you know her syndicate merchandise at the
But they wearing it.
yeah, they're wearing it, but
They
there's
wearing the
no
merch.
her business. There's no her business merchandise at the merchandise stand that you push a show. You feel me? Like, what are you doing
Listen,
though? Like,
that's between
yo,
them and God. Back on. So as we're working reverse,
mm-hmm.
Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Yo, that Penta and Pete Dunne match,
Fire.
out of this
Fire.
world. Yo, when they had announced it earlier, I said, "Oh shit, I wouldn't even think of that." And then once again,
You stupid.
commentary definitely helping the cause, and was like, "This is not the first time they done fought. They done fought in Lucha Underground, like they done fought in the UK." And I was just like, "Oh shit," because I was thinking here like, "Oh, this they first time meeting." Nah, Michael Cole said, "Scratch that, it's not." So like shit like that, I was just like, "Wow, like okay." I
Well,
like the
who's been
whole.
around?
I like Bailey officially is a part of Monday Night Raw, so she made the transition.
Triple
Nia Jax
B.
looking thickums. Nia Jax looking thick. Mm-mm.
Nia just always sits on this bitch, like
But
just sits
nah,
on
that
her.
match was fire though,
Nah, it
son.
was, and people that say otherwise, it's just like, yo, just look,
Nia
just
Jax, to me, Nia Jax is Nia. You don't get me upset. That's what AEW was supposed to do with what's her name, Nyla Rose, but they fumbled the fucking bag. Yes, listen, she may be a transgender. Make her fight boys then. At this point, make her like an attraction in a different way. You
yo.
feel
I
me?
totally forgot until once again, like commentary doing their job. I totally forgot that her ass was in both Royal Rumbles in the same year.
Yep.
She was in the men's and the women. She the only
And
one.
again, why is Nyla Rose not doing that? You
She
miss an
the only
opportunity.
one that's
The
been in
only
both men
one.
and women's Royal
Only
Rumbles.
one. And guess what? Nia Jax looked believable in that ring. Sold and everything. Why not doing that with Nyla Rose? What the fuck you doing with her? My thing is this way. You have a built-in heel right there with Nyla Rose. People want people to beat her, but yet you're not using her. And all
So
she's doing is just posting sexy like selfies and shit like that.
but yeah, so so Nia and Bailey match
Nice
happened.
snacks. Facts.
Um they had Phil was out here talking hot shit about Hogan, so that was funny.
That was great.
um what else is going what else went on Monday Night Raw? I was trying to remember what the main event was. Did someone go? But long story short, they're still gearing up to. Oh, the Sammy and KO segment was really good.
Amazing.
And it made me really sit and be like, yo, is Sammy gonna screw Cody and side with yo, it made me now question how so many things could happen. Now I'm just like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Cause he was just like, I got your back, you got my back. Like, you my bestie, so show up, bestie. And I was just like, wow. Cause I thought he was coming to fuck Sammy up. So when he didn't do that, I said, "Oh shit."
But guess what? It rewarded us for being a fan for all these years. Unlike AEW. You know what AEW does? Oh man, these people have beef for
They
so long.
they take off the belts off the niggas that they could have really pushed and really had as as a great tag team on AEW. But that's neither here nor
Mm-hmm.
there. MDB 999 mission. Yo, I'm telling you, Karrion Cross, this nigga is the puppet master of wrestling. This nigga will definitely touch somebody and they end up turning.
Yep. Yep.
It
Yo,
never fails.
you know what dude I want to see in TNA? The Miz.
That would be hard.
Mike
I
Vincent,
think
yo, I'm here for the shock value.
yeah,
I'm here for the crossover appeal because I think it'll be really fun.
because I
Um,
want the Miz because I feel like the Miz he's in the space right now where him going to different company like TNA or probably NXT will give him like a refresh that he needs. There's nothing wrong with his character. There's nothing wrong with what he does. I just feel like he needs something different because he did like honestly, the Miz is like John Cena. Everything that John Cena did, the Miz did. But I feel like the Miz needs to do something else different to show a different side of character of him. You feel me? And I think that the Miz needs to do like a character change because he's not stale, but I feel like
But I think he may be because as they had announced, the Wyatt Six is now going to be on SmackDown, and I think honestly, Miz may go to SmackDown. I think they may flip that.
I think you know what the Wyatt said he's going to TNA. I think that
Yo,
honestly that'd be the
scary,
best
scary.
way.
That would
Scary,
be great.
scary.
That's actually a good idea.
Yo, if you did the Wyatt Six against the system,
Fire, fire,
whew,
and the Miz over there and stuff like that. Like I really think that the Miz used to go to TNA.
but
This
that's what
is
I'm saying.
something
This
new.
partnership opens a lot of like what ifs,
Hmm.
what could happen, what should happen. Like it gets you it. The main focus is it gets you excited about both brands. It's
Yeah.
not a one sided thing. It's a, like yo, I got like legit. It was when they made that announcement and they said that that Nathan Frazier and Axiom was defending them tag belts on Impact. I was like, I have to watch Impact. I gotta see how this plays out
Yeah.
because this is crazy. But
What
what else
else?
happened on Raw real quick? Oh, the main event I think was Seth. Oh, Seth is Drew. Was Seth
Hmm.
fucking one on a roll up?
Yeah.
Um,
I liked it though.
I
Yeah,
liked
like
it.
I wasn't mad about it because it's just always like Drew always screws Drew. Like he
They
always get
they
himself
both need it. They both
mad
needed the
emotional,
win.
and he and Seth needed the win. So I do agree with that too. On the land of SmackDown, yo, Solo walking away from them niggas, I dropped my jaw. I said, "Where you
Oh yeah,
going? What happened?" Like it got me. I was sympathetic. I said, "Solo, what happened? Who did it?" So it's very and then Jacob taking the microphone and blowing everybody out the motherfucking water. He said, "If y'all thought y'all seen, if anything you saw you thought was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet." I said, he's not lying, guys. He's not lying. So it's
yeah.
interesting. So as I mentioned before, him going against Braun Strowman at Friday Night Main Event is happening. Once again, Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley
Hmm.
for the women's world title. You got main event Jay Uso going against Gunther. You know what? Real quick, guys, I want to ask honest opinion. Gunther's title reign. What what is it? Why hasn't it hit the way we thought it was?
Because he's not doing what he did with the IC title. You
Talk
feel
about it.
me? It's just like he don't really defend it. There's not I feel like Imperium around him it just fall apart. I feel like Gunther just like I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know, son. I feel
Something's
like
missing, and I had because somebody else
yeah.
had asked me about it,
Is
and
he
I was just
injured?
like, "What happened?"
Is he injured?
No. He's having a match with Jay Uso on Saturday Night Main Event for the title. Cause I'm
He
sitting here
needs
like
he
the
needs new competitors.
the biggest okey doke is a Jay one.
Jay should win.
He
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
they're able to pull that trigger, I would do it. Just because I think it'll add another layer to him, and it would make Gunther realize like, oh shit, I gotta reset and refocus.
I agree.
But it'll be very interesting to see how that ends.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think what else. So this coming week, um, you have Logan Paul debuting on Raw. You have the
What? He's
girls.
coming back to Raw.
Well, he's on Raw. No, because he was a free agent. He was bouncing between both shows.
Yeah, he was.
But he's now
Oh, okay,
officially
okay.
a Raw superstar. So we have that this coming week. We have the women's tag team title match, I believe, with Bianca and Naomi going against my Meta girls, Miss Lass and Miss
My meta
Jackson.
girl.
So super excited for them on that. Um, what else is going on this coming week? Um, you know what? Royal Rumble. It's next weekend. We are here. We are
Wow.
officially About to start
I
the car
forgot.
up for the road to WrestleMania.
I bet he said start the car out.
It is. It's vroom vroom because we going. This is the road to WrestleMania.
Wait, we forgot about Jada's tweets.
I don't have the bloopers, so I wouldn't have known because I can't forget saying I don't know. So why don't you tell us what she said in her tweets? But I still think Naomi did it. I'ma stand on that. And if it wasn't her and it was Bianca, I'd be like, but then it may lead to their WrestleMania match that everybody's been dying to see. So we'll see. But question before we do wrap up, and then we'll talk about it again next week too. Um, but the Royal Rumble, who is your front runners? Who's your final four? We'll do this week final four, and then next week we'll all predict the winner
Oh,
of the Royal
Jade
Rumble.
tweets
Jade's
are.
tweet: Are you sure? When Bianca asked Naomi if there was any leads, and she said no. But they said no. They said it with Adam when they was on Raw talking to Adam Pierce.
My brothers. Oh yeah, we gotta wrap it up.
Got you. Oh, shout outs to Jay. Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Aquarius season is live and in color. So shout outs to all the Aquariuses. Y'all, so much trouble. I realized two people that I dealt with are both did 2 days apart, so that was really problematic. And I realized that about myself. But final four, who do you got?
Roman, Roman, John Cena, uh, Seth, and Logan Paul.
Okay. I'm gonna go Phil. Um, Probably Roman.
Definitely Rome's.
Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and maybe Braun Breaker. I want to
Mm.
throw in somebody that, because once again, that final four is going to be who's going to kind of be in the main picture throughout the year. And he does defend the IC title against Sheamus, I believe, at Saturday Night Main Event. So he may be
Yes,
dropping that
ma'am.
title because that's still the one title Sheamus has not won. But yeah, I would say Braun Breaker, Cena, Roman, and Phillip Brooks.
Okay.
Um, your brother on mute, so I don't know if he coming back or not. But
Yeah. So we just gotta wrap it on. Let's just wrap it on. Let's go home.
um, let me see if he said anything. No. Oh, okay, he said that. All right. So next week we will give our for the females real quick. Final four.
Nia Jax,
Okay.
Bianca Belair.
Okay.
Um. I don't know. I can't think. Bailey
Okay.
and one
Bailey's
of those
talking about
young.
the back to back.
Yeah, one of those young girls. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All
One of
right.
those
I
young girls.
see. I see Bianca. I see. They're gonna throw Nia out early, so no, I don't see Nia. I see Bianca, Becky Lynch, um, Jordan Grace, and
Mm.
Charlotte.
Okay. All right.
So I'm excited about next weekend. It's gonna be a really good way to kick off WrestleMania season. Once again, next week we will most likely record Tuesday night as we will be interviewing Brother Greatness
Brother
as he
Greatness. Yes.
promotes for his show All Black Everything, which is next weekend as well. And then we will conclude that episode with our WrestleMania predictions of all the matches. We got a ladder match happening. I was like, I don't even remember any time Royal Rumble ever had a ladder match. So here we go. Um, so
Ooh.
yeah, so we got some matches coming up. Saturday Night Main Event. We'll talk about the fallout from there. And then also anything else going on in the world of wrestling. So we thank you guys for joining us this afternoon, this Friday afternoon. Make sure once again support independent wrestling this weekend. HOG is tomorrow night. Along with if you're not gonna go, Saturday Main Event is tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
And then once again, last but not least, Battle Club Pro is back Sunday, February 23rd in Queens. Tickets will be on sale very shortly if they're not already. But hit me up for more information if you're interested in sponsoring, whether you have a podcast, a business, anything of that nature. Let me know. And hopefully next week we may have a bigger announcement to make. So, as always, I'm Janelle for Make Sure I Here with Sir Wilkins was here, and Mr. Black in the building. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag We Are Out.
I was over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes and Noble.